a woman will stick more in a relationship, a toxic relationship, an abusive relationship for many, 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 many more years than a man would.
Women pick toxic relationships.
So
They
do
don't
men.
pick it.
Sometimes
Yes, they
so
do.
men.
Yes, they do.
So do men.
How do you get into a relationship with someone if you don't pick them?
Because people change.
No,
People
this is like
change.
an excuse. This is an excuse I hear
not an
women.
excuse.
This is an
Can I say
excuse.
something?
This is
Hold
an
on. Can I-
excuse.
can I finish my
No,
point?
because it's not
If
your
a
show.
man-
No, this
Okay, no
is an
problem.
excuse that women use. This is an excuse that women use to justify picking poorly.
So tell me about-
90% of the time when women are in toxic relationships, it's because they didn't get their father's advice, their brother's advice, or their friend's advice. Half the time, everybody is warning them, telling them not to date them, and they do anyway.
Carol, are you the
Yeah,
same person
you
you
are-
was 10 years ago?
Am I the same
you the
person?
same
I would
person?
say I have very similar traits than I did
Okay.
10 years ago.
Can I
Some of y'all women, you're doing too much. You are the bear in the forest. You need to be scared of yourself. A lot of y'all are running around acting like you so scared of men, acting as if you fear for your life on a day-to-day basis. Girl, men don't even pay you no mind on a day-to-day basis. You go to the mall, they ignore you. You go to the store, they ignore you. You go to the club and the lounges with your homegirls and they talk to everybody but you. Men ain't worried about you. You could be in the forest with a bear and a man and you got a better chance of the bear wanting to smash. It's almost comical listening to a group of women who invite strangers from dating apps to their house to smash on the first day are scared of men. I can't tell the way y'all be getting pregnant by strangers, men who last names you don't even know, men who mama you don't meet until the baby shower. I can't tell you scared of these men. Not the way you be out here giving out your address so freely and letting them come over there and Netflix and chill. And then somehow y'all scared of men. You scared to be in the forest with a man. Be for real. Y'all are comical. Nobody even takes you serious at this point because you're a joke.
You know, a lot of these modern women, what they don't understand is because they're going to continue to ask, how come good men don't talk to them? How come good men don't give them the time of day? Is because y'all continue to try to make men compete, and they've already proven themselves. A lot of these guys that you have in the friend zone, they've already proven themselves many times over, but you still got them out here. Oh, well, you know, what you did last week didn't count. What you did 3 months ago didn't count. You know, I've got a new roster, you guys. Just keep on competing and maybe somebody would win. Lucky me. No, you're not that special.
You've seen this RDL hack, and this hack, and this trick, and this hack, and probably many more hacks. And these are all great, and they can work, but I don't use them because I use this hack with the plate. I even use this hack with my 8-year-old athletes who have mastered hinging their hips instantly. This hack works. So grab a 10 or 15 pound bumper plate and pull it tight against your body. Elbows back and squeeze so we're engaging that back. From here we're going to hinge. So we're going to softly bend our knees. That's all they're allowed to bend. And from here we're going to push our hips back like we're trying to tap the wall with our butt behind us. The bottom of this place is pushing into our hip crease. So that's giving you that physical cue of pushing your hips back. And as you hinge back, you want to make sure that you're keeping that plate nice and tight against your belly, which means we're going to have a flat back in that bottom position. If you hinge and start to round your back, you're going to see how that plate comes away from our belly, which means that our back is rounding. This is that awesome cue that this plate gives you, is this contact that you have here at your torso to maintain that flat back, here versus here. Engaging your back and maintaining tension in your posterior chain is what limits us from rounding our back when we're hip hinging. And this rounding of our back is what causes pain when doing RDLs, something that a lot of people struggle with. So use this hack and practice it over and over until you master your hip hinge.
You know, a lot of these modern women really don't understand that men are seeing the same thing over and over again. When I date this woman, it don't really matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, men are seeing the same thing. And quite frankly, you're seeing it across different continents. You're seeing it in Asia. You're seeing it in Australia. You're seeing it here in the US. Might be seeing it in Canada. You're seeing it in South America. It doesn't really matter. In certain sects and portions of wherever region you're in, there's a certain agenda that is being pushed where these modern women are acting a certain way. Men are seeing that and saying, oh, I know where this is about to go. I'm out.
The whole reason people praise Jesus is because Jesus came from a woman who had him without having sex. Okay? So when I say women don't need men, okay, men start to get a little, ego get hurt. Oh, who's gonna fertilize the egg? Who do y'all praise and why do y'all praise them? Okay, whole reason why Jesus is prayed. That's why they didn't praise Matthew, all them other people that had their chapter in the Bible, was because they was created through sex with two humans. Okay, women, we are the closest source to God, to the Most High God. We do not need men. Men are our sons. Everyone on this earth came from a woman. Every single person, human on this earth, came from a woman. We create life. Men are our sons, our offsprings. They came through us, not...
It's sad watching so many women these days turning away the men who would have made them wives and running straight into the arms of the ones who'll make them single mothers, choosing the thrill over the foundation. And then, when the games end, the same women wonder, where are the good men? The truth is, you sent them away for excitement, for attention, for men who never planned to build, only to dip their thing in you and then leave. The good men don't chase games. They chase to build legacies, and they don't wait forever.
A lot of these modern women are feeling that men are not really investing. They're not engaged. The experience, the meeting, us being here on the date, it kind of feels flat, right? And while I understand, you know, if you come out there, you should probably try to put your best foot forward, right? But you have to understand, men are reading you. They're watching you, and they're saying, oh, here we go. Like, you say something, and a man is like, because y'all think y'all are the only ones that do that. And a man is saying, oh, here we go again. He hears a certain thing, or he sees a certain thing, sees a look, you know, maybe you're wearing something and you're like, oh, here we go again. It's going to be a long night.
Did his finances or anything like that play into your decision for like a long-term relationship with him?
He was a high school dropout that worked at a homeless shelter, making minimum wage. No, not even a little bit. He couldn't drive. He didn't have a driver's license either. Like, no, I didn't care about that at all. Yeah. For me, I recognize if I'm the career-oriented one, why would I care about him? Why would I care about this? But so, no, not at all. But like, I just want to be clear. That's not the case for a lot of women. Right. I just recognize that as a necessary trade-off because of my career aspirations specifically.
Well, it sounds like your non-negotiables were more like about his character and obviously physical appeal.
More like a prerequisite in my mind than a non-negotiable. Yeah, there's like, as long as you're attractive enough. Women just like attractive enough.
That's what I try to tell a lot of guys. It's like, you just got to get here. Like, it's not like, you don't have to be crazy. You just got to, and most guys can get there. That's,
you be like a 6 on most things and you're going to clean up, really.
A 6. I'm trying to get my guys to a 6. That's what I'm trying to get them to.
Why are there so many women today who say they don't need a man?
I mean, because if they want to go 50-50 on things, I just don't need them.
Because there's a lot of bum-ass men out in the world who don't do enough so us women can supply for ourselves now.
Because they're feminists and they like to be feminists.
If a man has friends, doesn't want kids, hires a maid and hires a prostitute, why would a man need a woman?
I don't know how to answer this question.
Because of human connection, of meaningful connection, to correct myself. Just, there's nothing that replaces the authenticity of a partnership.
Right. Men need women in a sense because, you know, I don't know, like, they need our love. You know what I mean?
True. You can't really get true intimacy with a prostitute. You can bust a nut, but that's about it.
Let me tell you something real. A good woman will not chase you. If you stop trying, she stops too. And here's the truth men ignore. You lose a loyal woman when you keep chasing every little distraction. Understand this carefully. A peaceful woman is rare. Okay? If you do not value her, your life becomes stressful fast. Listen close for a second. A real woman does not want fancy things. She wants honesty and effort. Most men learn that too late.
You know, you have a lot of steady guys, a lot of regular guys, a lot of average guys out here that are continuing to get overlooked because you would prefer, and it's like I talked about in some other commentary, you want a guy that's chaotic, that's up and down. You want a guy that, and you know, I'm laughing about it, but I'm not really joking. You want a guy to beat you upside the head. A guy that you got to run out the house 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, run down the street, beat down your neighbor's door. That's the type of guy that you got to call the freaking police to get that man up out of there. Got to take that man to jail. He's a criminal. He's a criminal. And that's the type of stuff these modern women want.
They want? I don't think it's his responsibility.
I need to get that interview.
Is it a man's job to pay all the bills at home?
I need to get in that interview. Fuck that shit.
Is it a man's job to pay all the bills at home?
It is a man's job.
Why?
First of all, my daddy makes $6K. No, he makes 6 figures. Like, so it is a man's job to pay the bills. It is.
So where do you come in as a woman?
I provide everything, okay? I provide emotional support. I'm there financially. I can provide for myself financially, by the way. And I'm just there overall. Like, to be honest, do you not see me? I see you on Instagram.
So does that look like dinner's cooked every single night, 7 days a week?
Oh, I'm not cooking no motherfucking dinner.
You're not cooking?
I'm not cooking no I will cook now and then. I'm not cooking no dinner. The fuck?
So,
do I need to cook dinner every night?
Well, then a man doesn't need to pay all the bills.
No, he need to pay all the bills. I'm just here. I'm literally real rare energy, baby. I'm real.
So you just bring your energy and emotional support.
No,
he brings all the money.
They going. I promise you. The next person that pop up, they going. I don't.
Do you think good puss is enough to keep a man around?
Not pussy, baby. Good energy. Pussy, that's an addition. Like, the pussy is good. Addition. Come, get the fuck out of my interview, nigga. Look, good pussy is a good addition. I bring everything to the table. Do you see this?
I don't want no nigga that's on TikTok. Go get your ARP, nigga. Get in the field. The fuck?
And we don't want no that's trying to get us to shut the fuck up and take that Frontier flight and take your mother to the insane asylum. Talking about I want the AR. You go buy an AR and take your punk to jail with Queen Latifah and them. Big, strong, bulldogger looking ass when you get done with all that thinking you doing. You gonna be built like a mustard. Tired of y'all. Y'all is slow as you say dumb and then for some strange reason God keep letting y'all have people kids. Nigga, no.
It really does remind me of why I hate feminism so much.
Yeah.
Because it really breaks the bonds that daughters have with their fathers.
Yeah, true.
And wives have with their husbands. Where, you go to any wedding ceremony, right? The father walks the bride down the aisle and then hands her off to the groom. Mm-hmm. And people are like, oh, it's symbolic. No, it's literal. Because she goes from the protection of her father now to the protection of her husband.
Yep.
But feminists have convinced the woman that, no, you don't need no man. You do your thing, boss babe. You go queen. And it's like, no, like, even feminists say we shouldn't have to live in fear. Yes, you shouldn't. But the solution to bad men is not to put down men. It's good men. No matter how much women try to convince themselves that they're as strong as men, as quick as men, in any situation, men will always overpower women. So the solution to women's safety and their flourishing is not to put down men and try to convince women that they can be like men and just make inferior versions of men out of women, but is to encourage and honor good men. Say, hey, we encourage you guys, we appreciate you guys, and we honor you guys in how you guys look out for us and protect us.
Yeah.
And that is the solution, I believe, really, to all the gender debate, where women need to uplift men and men need to be willing to protect and provide for women.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point.
You want to see?
You said 4
look. Hold
on, wait.
No, look.
You know what she's doing? Chat, hold on, never fall for this method. When the girl specifically says look, they pick the app that they have the least amount of
picking nothing. It's right here.
Hold on. Get out of my face real quick. I have PTSD. When the girl says look, and they're trying to convince you they have nothing on their phone, they're going to go to someone that has the least amount of motion that's flooded with other girls. That way they be like, look, I'm not really talking to nobody.
I pulled that method way too many times.
You pulled that method way too many times? Even do this.
She's saying she never pulled that method. I ain't gotta do shit. I'm showing you.
I feel like a lot of women say they want a man, but a lot of the time what they actually want is a man filtered through female expectations, meaning they want a man to be masculine when it benefits them, but feminine when it inconveniences them.
And that's simply not how masculinity works. Maybe this is the reason why they think femininity can be turned on and off, because they expect you to turn on and off your masculinity. That's not how it works. All the benefits you get from masculinity also comes with rules, structure, boundaries, schedules, the things that you don't like about masculinity. So this young lady hits the target right on the nail. These modern women actually believe they can a la carte a masculine man, that they can go, oh, I want a masculine man, but only these parts are going to be masculine, and then I want these parts to be less masculine or feminized, and that's just not going to happen. And I think this is the reason why a lot of women are very disappointed when they find a masculine man. I was just reacting to another video where a woman was like, oh, he was so great, everything, the job is this and that, but he was too masculine. He was one of those machismo masculine guys. That's what she was saying. It comes with the territory.
If you constantly gotta text that man first, that's how you gonna get your feelings hurt. That man don't like you like that. Here's the thing. If you are texting back, if you are initiating some of the conversation, cool. But some of y'all keep texting that man first because you know that man ain't thinking about you. We gonna talk about it today. You know you ain't top of his mind. You know he can go the whole day without talking. You are a ghost blocker. You are trying to block this man from going ghost on you, so you start the communications, you call, you say, when you gonna take me out? When we gonna link up? You chasing him. Every single time you text first, back to back to back. Some of y'all don't even let that man reply before you text again. Here you are saying, I'll never be thirsty for a man. Are you sure? The biggest way you're gonna get your feelings hurt is if you constantly gotta text first. That man don't like you like that. That man does not see you as a woman that he needs to earn. That man is not in pursuit of you. He texts back because it's convenient. He texts back because that's the only time he think of you is when you text him first. This man only responds to your story. His memory needs to be triggered for you to be on the top of his mind. That's not the man that should be having access to the opportunity to have your heart, your ring finger, and your womb. If you constantly finding yourself texting first, baby girl, stop, because that's how you get hurt.
This is how I know I ain't ready for nothing. Because my little trick right there, you see him? Yeah. He is so nice to me. He's so nice to me. He be tricking. He likes to take me out. He likes to literally hand me money. All the things I said I wanted. But I don't want him. I don't like him. He annoys me. That's how I know I ain't ready for nothing. Because all I keep thinking about is the dude that don't do for me. And I miss him.
The thing that men seem to hate the most is that we are not as lonely as they are. Not even close. Mm-hmm. And even if women feel some sense of loneliness, it's not in the same way. Women are still mourning the fairy tale of what they thought men were. So they're off to the side, still working on themselves, still getting a degree, still starting their business, still raising their children, still building a community with other women. They're still doing something. They're going to therapy. They're reading self-help books. They're doing whatever they can. We're still not as lonely, quote unquote, as the men. Not in the same way, at least.
So ladies, if you're not showing the behaviors of a wife before the man puts a ring on your finger, then why would he want to put a ring on your finger? I hear so many women on the internet, in person, talk about, oh, well, I'm not doing all that because I'm not a wife. I'm not going to cook for him during the dating phase because I'm not a wife. I'm not going to support him during the dating phase because I'm not a wife. I'm not going to take him out on a date even though he done took me on 10 dates and paid for him because I'm not a wife. But what you don't realize is that during the dating phase, the talking phase, the relationship phase is when a man actually determines if you have the qualities of a wife. So if you're showing him that you're not a wife during these phases, then guess what? You're not going to get the ring. Because here's man's logic, because women's logic be dumb, right? Man's logic is, if she's not showing me wife qualities before the ring, why would a ring then suddenly make her want to start being a wife? You're either a wife or you're not. So some of y'all want to be married, but y'all be holding y'all own selves back because y'all stubborn in these messed up mindsets that literally make no sense. If you want to be a wife, you need to be a wife in training during the dating and relationship phase. Okay?
Women are choosing themselves and men don't like it. And I want to be clear, this is not a men are bad, women are good conversation. This is a we were all handed a blueprint that no longer works conversation. Men are still trying to show up and live the way that their fathers did, merely by providing financially and pretty much coming home. And that was the deal. And for a long time, women upheld their end of it, managing the home, raising the kids, keeping everything running, and somewhere along the way quietly disappeared in the process. But women are done suffering like their mothers did, and men are calling that selfish. But here's what it actually is. Women are not property. They are not a service. And when they feel used, unseen, or taken advantage of, they leave, like it or not. But here's the part that doesn't get talked about enough, which is that if we actually want modern men and modern women to speak the same language, it requires something different from both sides. Men have to acknowledge that the world has changed and that the expectations that worked for their fathers or grandfathers cannot hold without adjustment. And women have to be willing to let go of some of the control and actually let their partners try to show up differently, even if it doesn't look exactly the way they would do it. The economy is not sending women back home. They are in the workforce and they are staying, which means home has to look like partnership in a way that it never has before. Women are not waiting for permission to choose themselves anymore. The men who understand that are the ones worth choosing back.
I don't know what it is or why this is, but black men are gonna make you earn every dollar they give you. They are the most frugal, cheapest men because I worked at a strip club. And
she said that with her complete chest out, oblivious that she's not supposed to be getting naked in front of strangers for money in the first place. Back to the streets with you. Turbulence, people.
Never going on a coffee date, have never gone, will never gone. I don't know why somebody would even ask me to go on a coffee date. I don't give coffee. Like, it vibes like it's just not a thing. I think if you like approach a woman, you gotta come correct and you have to shoot your shot all the way. To me, coffee just seems like I'm kind of not sure. I don't know. And that's okay for someone to not be sure, but then it's like, don't approach me if you're not sure.
I just feel like it's not fair to judge someone off of the coffee or the dinner versus their character, like who they are, like the energy they bring to you.
But I'm not, but that's what they're like leading with. That's what they're displaying for me. So like, it's not a judgment. It's just, that's just not for me. It's like, that's great. You could be a great person. It's just not for me. Like, I'm sure you've met many amazing women that are great women. They just weren't for you.
You never listen to me.
I do listen to you. You're making a big deal out of nothing.
This is a big deal.
No, it's not. I don't... You know what? You're right.
What?
I don't listen to you, and this is a big deal. You're right, I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you were able to admit that you were wrong.
Of course.
Wait a second. I know what you're doing here. You're just saying I'm right because you don't want to fight.
You know what? You're right.
Wait, what?
I am just admitting you're right so we don't have to fight. You're right, I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
Wait a second. You're doing it again right now.
Oh my God, you're right. I am doing it again right now, aren't I? You're right, and I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you were able to admit that you were wrong 3 times now.
Of course.
Okay, now I feel bad. Maybe I was making a big deal out of nothing. Maybe I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
You know what? You're right. You did make a big deal out of nothing, and I was right, and you were wrong, and you should be sorry. Now go make me a sandwich.
Wait a second!
Maturing is realizing that it's not that all guys are the same. It's that you're doing something to cause the same reaction. People are fucking looking at me while I'm recording. But anyways, let that sink in, okay? So there's something that you're doing that is getting the same type of reaction out of each man that you're with, even though not everybody is the same, right? Everybody thinks differently. But let's think about this, right? What's the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing and expecting a different result. I know. It's crazy, right? No pun intended. You got to self-reflect. You got to be able to look at yourself and say, okay, I have this character flaw. I have this insecurity. I have this issue. And I got to work on that issue. Or if not, I'm going to feel like every guy is the same. Mic drop.
After talking to hundreds of you guys, I've realized something that I need to get off my chest. It is the men who are actually trying to save the relationships here, not the women. And what's crazy is that most of the women I've actually talked to and had consultation with tell me that their husbands are the ones sending them my videos, and that says everything. 70 to 80% of divorces are filed by women. That is not trying to fix a marriage. That is walking away from it. Most women threaten divorce long before they're ever ready to file. They use it as leverage until the man finally hits his breaking point and says, I'm done. And once he does say I'm done, that's when the gaslighting starts. She flips the script, plays the victim, promises to change, cries, manipulates, you name it. Anything to pull him back in because the control is slipping from her end. But when a man truly checks out, it's not loud, it is quiet, and it is final, and you've lost him. When a good man walks away, it is not because he stopped caring. It's because he cared too long and nobody met him halfway. So if you're watching this, man or woman, ask yourself, are you really trying to build your relationship and save it? Or are you slowly tearing it apart while you're...
If you are struggling with your husband in any way, you're struggling with seeing him make the money that you know that he could be making and should be making, you are struggling with seeing his healthy masculinity and leading and having a vision, I'm about to share something with you that you are probably not going to want to hear, but it will absolutely change your life and change your marriage. I don't care how irritated you are with the circumstance with your husband. Watch your mouth. When the Bible says that life and death is in the power of your tongue, I need you to run with that life. I am telling y'all, when my husband came into my life, this man was not making six figures. When he got married to me and I understood the power of my tongue, he was making that effortlessly. That's just one of the examples. When it comes to leadership, when it comes to building a vision, when it comes to seeing what you want to see out of your husband, there is a way that you can speak to the seed that is already within. Let me be very clear. I am talking to women that did not choose. Y'all know. You know, you chose a decent man, okay? We're not talking about trying to make a frog into a king. We're talking about someone that is decent, that loves the Lord, that has a seed already within him, and you can see where God is trying to take him. You water that with your words. And until you grow up and understand that marriage is a grown woman's game. It's not no little girl pit pat. Oh, you ain't what I thought you was going to be. It's not one of them. Once you understand you are a grown woman, step into your position, daughter of God, you will see your husband be exactly who God intended him to be.
What's the biggest misconception most men have about women?
That they all want money. It's like, no, all women want money from men that they're not attracted to. The moment they're attracted to the man, they become free of charge. You know, they say all women have a price. Yes, but all women are also free of charge for the right guy. And you're forgetting that they all also have a discount. So just like they all have a price, they all come with discount codes. And the discount code is how attracted they are to you. 90% of women have shared bills. They're with men that are not millionaires. If they all wanted money, how are all these average Joes getting married or in relationships? So they don't all want money.
Why do good guys end up alone? The ones who don't play games, who love genuinely, who actually show up. They're usually the ones who get the least back. Being decent just doesn't land anymore. What lands is pain. What hooks people is someone who keeps them on edge, not someone who makes them feel safe. So the good guys stay good and stay alone. Too caring, boring, too honest, uninteresting. And then one day, they just switch off, go cold, disappear, because they figured it out. Kindness is what breaks you here. Your feelings get read as weakness. Your pain becomes something people laugh at. And there he is, the guy who wanted to love someone. Now says nothing, stops texting first, stops letting anyone in. He's not even angry. He just quietly fades out and never gives anyone the chance to get close again, not because he doesn't want to, but because he got tired of being the one who always ends up hurt.
The most dangerous dating pattern that I see in women is losing attraction to the good guy. The commonality I see with my clients is they want a good guy, someone who is emotionally intelligent, mature, grounded, consistent, loyal, supportive. This is what they're looking for. But then once we get the good guy, we start to tell ourselves this story of there's no spark, he's not the one, something's off, this feels boring. And then we tell ourselves we're losing attraction, like I'm not attracted to you anymore. But that's not what's happening. Here's what is. You're letting your guard down for the first time in love. And the reason you're letting your guard down is because you're finally safe in love. And for a lot of us, it's the first time we've ever felt safe in love. So your soul knows there's no need to wall up and guard up and be protective against this guy. Like, he's amazing. Soften. Open your heart, let him in. That's when the fear activates. So we push away through the illusion of I'm not attracted to you as a way to protect us from getting hurt. Here's the work that you do with a good guy. You rewire that the safety he provides you is not boring and that his stability isn't indifferent. And when you break this dating pattern of losing attraction to the good guy, this is where you get healthy, soul-connected, lifelong love.
I'm going to share a story with you why I don't date women with children. And believe me, I wish I was creative enough to make up these stories, but I'm not. Unfortunately, this really happened to me. So I'm going on my third date. I get invited over to her house, and she wants to watch a movie and have some takeout. So I show up with takeout, she answers the door, and she's bawling her eyes out, which was obviously very unexpected. And she begins to explain to me that her dog is super sick, and her ex has her dog, and she doesn't know what to do, and he's going to die, and all this. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's like, I have to go. Can you watch my kids? Now, in a normal situation, I probably would have just left, but I didn't know what to do. So I said, okay. I sat there for an hour and a half, played Legos with a 5 and 3-year-old until her friend showed up, and then I left. Welcome to my life, dating in 2025.
Wow, I did not expect that. I thought it was going to be like the typical story where a woman goes out to dinner with a man and she demands that he also pay for some to-go meals for her kids. Look, guys, I'm going to tell you, as a prior single mom, it is not the end of the world, huge red flag, purely out of her being a single mom. But I will on the hill that it is a red flag for a single mom to introduce her kids to you super early on, because that means that you are not the first one that she has introduced them to that early on, and you are not the last. She is essentially desensitized, especially for a woman to go as far as to just leave her kids with you. I mean, for single moms, for moms in general, her children are the most important things in her life, and she will be protective of that, even if her dog ends up before she gets there. So yeah, safe to say this guy dodged a bullet.
And, you can sit up here and say, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to, kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort? Right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided. And, a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it when I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.